Other local vendors. Lindsay's here. Lindsay's got her art.
What is up, everybody? I am Lindsay, also known as Luna Linz, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll talk a little bit about my art market experience, my past one, which was also the third ever art market that I've ever done, which I feel like was a lot more successful as far as my setup goes than my previous art markets. I definitely put like a fire underneath my motherfucking booty to make more artwork and everything. I've been out of college for a little while and I really needed that like boost to like go and do something, you know, and like make art and paint the shirts that I've been wanting to and do the little things to sell my work, and I'm very happy that I was able to do that. So first I want to talk about the drying rack that I bought in order to show my work from a distance. Guys, I genuinely should have recorded this whole process of trying to get this dryer rack together. Yes, it's a dryer rack, and yes, I'm using it for the art market. I got it at the dollar store, but guess how much it actually was? $12. This has been a practical joke, trying to like get it all together and like literally struggling. See what I mean? Literally. Okay. Like, I just want to say I'm a genius, and like I'm a genius, okay? Here's the fit. You'll see my car matches the vibe. I'm obsessed. This is what my car sounds like though. Right. Isn't this just such a vibe? In my first two art markets, all I did was put my artwork like out on the table. I never had anything really upright. I had like one tiny easel, like I mean tiny easel literally, that showed like my journal, but I didn't have anything that people could be standing 20 feet away and notice. I did a little bit of YouTube research about art markets before I did this, and I realized like, okay, that is what is really important. So I got this drying rack, and let me tell you, it was really helpful because, so technically this was a vendor market, and I'm not gonna lie, it was like a little bit dead. I still got some sales, and there was somebody especially that was like working at the vendor, like literally across the room, like probably like 30 feet away from me, and they came around and bought one of my shirts, which was amazing. It was like exactly what I wanted. They bought the frog shirt, and I was so happy. I sold some prints here and there. I didn't sell any journals, but again, there were not that many people there as well, and the journals are like of like the higher priced things that I think I was selling them for like 15-16 bucks. The shirts were 25. I'll show like the pricing gauge that I ended up going with. So this was my little pricing point board that really helped me throughout my art market journey this past time to keep it very organized and straightforward for people to see. I got this from Michael's for pretty cheap. I also work there, so I may have gotten a little bit of a discount, but I think it was like no more than $10. I don't know, pretty cheap and very helpful. I had like a variety of like price ranges, and I didn't bring, okay, that's a lie. I brought like one piece of like original artwork, other than like the shirts and everything that would have been a little bit more higher priced. So I still had like some like higher end art that people could buy there as well. So I have like a wide variety of spectrum of like what I can sell basically, and I'm still obviously gauging and learning like what works for me, what I like to make. What I do really like to make is the clothing, and I am getting into that a bit more, so I'm excited to show you my journey with that, because that's like, I love painting, but like painting on canvas, like as you can see, like this piece behind me is like basically a tapestry. I never stretched it, I don't plan to stretch it, and I like it as a tapestry. And I like to paint on cloth, like something about it. On top of that, being able to wear the art and see it in movement and in dance, or just like in everyday life, just to give a little bit of a serve. Like, I don't know, I'm just really excited about making clothing and stuff. So I did a little bit of that for this art market, which I'm very happy about. So another thing is that I painted my logo so last minute and I like barely got it up in time, and next time I definitely want to do a print out of it and have a logo that is digitally done so I can print it out several times. I mean, it doesn't have to be digitally done. Regardless, it has to be documented well so that I can have prints of it to have as my logo rather than like a painted version, which if I took the time to craft the logo well by hand, it would have been fine, but it was like an afterthought, right? Like I just wanted to have like my name out there. I just feel like I needed something on top of the dry rack to make it all make sense, to bring it all together. And I think it really helped, but definitely for next time I'm gonna do a printout, maybe put like cardboard or some sort of like poster board behind it to really keep it up. I know there's different ways to hang up your stuff at art markets. A lot of people use like those grid things. I am bowling on a motherfucking budget and I also didn't have that much time, so I went to the dollar store and I found what I could, which was a drying rack. You could do that. I went to a bunch of thrift stores as well to find some clothing for my next like painting endeavors and everything. You can use what you have. You don't have to get like exactly what everyone else does. Like you can make it work with what you have. I have a friend that made like a wooden structure for all of his like different jewelry, and it had the brand name on top of it, and there's just like, it just depends on like what you want. By the way, I just had to stop that and start filming on Snapchat because I ran out of storage and I was on a roll. But there's so many ways that you can go about doing an art market. Like it's all about like, what is your brand? Do you want to use all natural materials, like all wooden things, all handmade things? Personally, that's where I want to be, is like I want everything to be made out of wood and like sustainable and good stuff. Like the drying rack is metal, but there are like plastic bits in it, and I don't like even my sign was plastic, but it sucks because, you know, bowling on a budget, it's what I could find. I got a discount at my job at Michael's to get the little sign of all of my prices, and you know, doing my best, but I think for aesthetically, like that's not exactly what I want to go for. Like I want to aesthetically and for sustainability purposes, I'd rather not use any sort of plastic if I don't need to. The purpose of me also painting on clothing that's thrifted is so that it's more sustainable and we're reusing and upcycling clothes that already motherfucking exist rather than going on Shein or whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. But yeah. Even though there wasn't much foot traffic at this event, at this vendor market, I did have my bestie come and she got a shirt and she also commissioned me for a painting, so then it helped me later on, and in general was very supportive. And I think like if there was a lot of foot traffic, it would have gone a lot differently and obviously, but in general, this was just such a learning curve. Like third time's a charm as far as like figuring out like what I want to do for my setup, as well as documenting it, and so that I can keep myself accountable to also sign up for more art markets. Just keep my brain thinking about it, because a lot of times like I'm just working and sleeping and I forget to tend to my art career, which is like really what I want to focus on. So yeah, that's the tea there. I did forget to take videos of my vendor. I did take photos, so I'll show those as well. I just was kind of hanging out with friends, like existing, being in the moment. There was also 2 drag queens that were there promoting their event that they had at that brewery that we were at, and they were so sweet. I will show you guys the little stickers that they gave us. These are the little stickers that they gave us. Like, this is such a fun thing about art markets. Like, I got these stickers for free from these drag queens. I will tag them. I was so happy to see like queer representation at this event. Like, it's just always nice to see. Like, it's the best. But yeah, unfortunately I did forget to take videos there. Like, I literally was like recording me like getting ready for this art market, and I just forgot to record at the event itself. But that's okay. I was living in the moment, and I don't know if this is focused on me or not. I also don't have my glasses on, so I can't really tell. I know it's dark in this room. It's still kind of like a cozy vibe, right? Like, I think so. But yeah, I think even if it doesn't feel like it's an art market that is like super, you have heavy foot traffic, or you made like all of the sales that you wanted to, you get to connect with other people. That is what art is all about, is connecting to your community and getting yourself out there, talking to people. Like, obviously you want to make sales, obviously like we need to like survive and make money, like that is obviously a big part of it. But if you focus on that and not the fact that like you're doing what you love, making little bits of money here and there, like you just gotta find the gratitude in it all, you know, find good people around, as well as like know your worth, obviously, like make sure that everything is priced like in a good, where you're like still gonna make the money if when you sell things, you know what I mean, and you're not like losing out on any profit. But I just like, I went to art school for 4 years, and money is important, obviously, with selling work, but it takes time to get your name out there, and it's just about like showing who you are, showing up. That's like half the fucking battle, is just showing up and doing it, you know what I mean? So I know I really need to show up and like sign up for more art markets, even if it's like, you know, months in the future. I just gotta think that like my brain is very like, oh, if it's not, if, oh, like there's an art market next week and I'm missing it. There is always art markets to come, and you can always sign up for next time. They come up quicker than you realize. Like this one, I had to like prepare the week before. Like I was gonna go like work with my dad one of the days, and then I was like, oh shit, no, like I like really have to get ready for this like immediately. I also had business cards too. I really need to revamp and get some new business cards, but I'll show those as well. They're really cute. They have like my little galaxy stuff on them and everything. I have no idea where any of my business cards are. I don't know if I have any left. But yeah, there are some of my prints at least that I had sold then. They're pretty small, but like, I sold them for pretty cheap, and I also give them away on big orders. Here's my box of like random stuff from the art market. I also, this was the sign that I made that said Luna Lens. That's where it's at now. Also just wanted to show off my crystals that I have made and packaged as well. I also need a better way to display these, but you know, they're so cute. And I'm very grateful to have been able to already have some of the materials that I have, because I had done 2 previous art markets. Like they say, 3rd time's a charm. Because like the first art market that I did, like tell this short and sweet, the first art market that I did was like I was trying to sell all original art, that's all I had, and I did make some sales, like it was still good. Second art market that I had was more dead than I thought, and I was too focused on the money aspect of it all rather than just like having fun and like meeting new people and artists and enjoying the moment. Then third art market was a lot of fun, like very community based, and I made some profit, and it was just like overall good vibes, and I wasn't so worried about like making $1 million that day. Like obviously I knew that was not gonna happen. Like I was just like there to have a good time and learn and get myself out there again. So yeah, I'm excited to see where the other art markets take me. But yeah, much love. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, evening, night, wherever you're watching this, and get yourself out there, because it really is worth it. And it's always nice to have like a due date of like when you have the market itself, because it like really motivates you to make the art, which is why I make these videos as well, because it motivates me to make the art, because it's like the algorithm wants consistency, babe. What I want in my art is also consistency, so it just aligns and it helps me to record these videos. So thank you so much for supporting.
We'll get you signed up for whatever kind of party needs. There's also tons of other local vendors. Lindsay's here. Lindsay's got her art. Me, Zoe, I have some of my own, my crochet stuff, but we definitely are here.
And please, please, please take care of yourself because Annie Cat said so. She said, girl, take a nap. She said, just chill out. It's all good. It's all love. Have a lovely day, night, wherever you're watching this. Mwah, bye. Stay swaggy. Live your best life. Mwah.